Hey everyone, it's Jess Tomlinson here to share with you today a little bit about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the woundedness. I don't know any other way, better way to say it, of us being in groups with other women. We're wounded around this. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So, in your own life, maybe you are terrified of being intimately in groups of women. I'm not talking about, networking events that can be really superficial and it's like, hi, how are you? What do you do? Okay, great. Oh my God, we should get together sometime. And then you never make it happen and nobody ever has like a really connected conversation. For me, it's very important to be connected to women specifically for this reason. And I hear from a lot of women that I speak to, whether it's about my Bali retreat or as potential coaching clients, that they are struggling with this desire to be in close community with other women, but this fear that they are going to be judged, ridiculed, that they are going to be like basically looked at as like competition. So I want to really begin to heal this wound within women. It's the one of the main reasons that I created my Bali retreat, which is coming up. It's called the Radiance Recharge, by the way. You can find more at theradiancerecharge.com. I designed this retreat as an intimate transformational women's retreat. I only allow 8 women on this retreat specifically because I'm so aware of the desire to connect deeply with each other as women, yet the fear that is around it of the competition, the judgment, the wounding that we've experienced. So, I want to talk a little bit about why this is, because I think it's really important for us to understand that we are all wounded. Okay, it's a thing that society has really set us up to create within our circles. And most importantly, it's not our fault. Okay. So, way back in the day, right, we actually lived in tribes with supportive women and community. In fact, we needed each other to survive. Like, if our babies um, needed attention and support, like, it was the community that came together to support. The community came together to support the woman after she would give birth so that she could actually rest. The community that came together as a tribe of women that went out and picked berries and shared stories and took care of the children in a collaborative environment. And somewhere along the way, when women became property, and when women's survival depended on getting married to a man and getting that like dowry of money from the family, she all of a sudden became competition to another woman. So our survival was based upon like, I'm prettier than you, I'm better than you are a threat to me because you could get that man, and all of a sudden I will be screwed and not have a life for myself or my future children, right? So this is the kind of environment that was created based upon our progression as a society or our downfall as a society. Oh, here's my dog. He decided to join us for this video. Hi Zeus. Apparently he, even though he's a boy, how interesting, right? Wants to be in support of women's communities. Okay, so back to this whole concept. So first and foremost, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you feel wounded. It's not our fault that we've created this. But what is our fault and what we can reclaim is undoing what we've been conditioned to do, which is to look at another woman and judge her as competition, to put her down to make ourselves feel better. We can coexist and bring together this collaborative, supportive community. So in my Bali retreats, I'm very protective over the dialogue that is created. I create a very safe place for women to feel completely and unconditionally loved for who they are, who they are not. And last year, when I took women to Bali on this retreat, that was one of the biggest exciting things that they said they experienced, many of them for the very first time, was that environment to just be and be loved, no matter what you had to say, what you'd been through in the past, what you chose to do during that retreat, because I fully support women and just like, what do you want to do? Do you not want to be part of the group right now? Totally fine. Go back to your room. Rest, take care of your own needs. So we need to learn how to do this better as women. Yes? If you want to experience more of healing this feminine wound, this sisterhood wound, and really like receiving the support of women like you who want to support you and you can support them, and it's this beautiful, loving environment. I am so excited to let you know I am hosting a webinar in the next few days where we're going to go a little bit deeper into this, and you'll receive support around this in with other women. So there's going to be information on the next slide for you to follow a link and sign up for that webinar. And I really hope, if it feels good to you, that you'll join me. Or maybe you're like, Jess, screw the webinar. I just want to speak to you about Bali. I'm really desiring to be in a group of supportive women for the first time. Or maybe you've been in groups like this and you just love it and you know the magic that it can create. If you're desiring that, I would love to have a conversation with you about the possibility of what my Bali retreat, the Radiance Recharge, could do for you in your own life in healing this sisterhood wound. If you go to theradiancerecharge.com, you'll find a link where you can apply to have a conversation with me. So I look forward to either seeing your application come through or seeing you on the webinar. Details on the next screen. All right, loves. Bye.